the week birthdays are always weird, but it was great. Cars can't see me. Oh, yeah, coffee this morning. Need it. Was my dream about the horse, the cat, and the dog more vivid? Perhaps. I don't dream all the. I used to dream all the time. I do not dream all the time anymore. And now when I do dream, it's a range. So sometimes they're not so vivid or not very memorable, and other times they're more so. But that seems to be like it's commonly a range for me. So it was more vivid, on the more vivid side, but I wouldn't say the most vivid or irregularly vivid, if that makes sense. But it was very vivid. It was very clear what I was looking at. And when I woke up, I remembered everything. Everything that I said, at least. I'm interested to hear what you think, HB. Yes, I absolutely think it had meaning. 100%. I know it had meaning because I have a knowing of that. Like, I know it did. It felt very symbolic that the animals were shifting, and it felt very symbolic that they were all midnight black. That didn't seem random at all. It also seemed important that they were calm and that I was calm. No one was upset. They also weren't overly excited. They were just very peaceful and calm, and like very much stepping out of the shadow of that room to look at me, like to make eye contact. So the dream felt intentional to begin with, that it's like too impossible to feel like it doesn't have meaning. If anyone's watching this and doesn't know what I'm talking about, I have a short. Sorry, there's a plane like right here. I have a YouTube short that I talk about a really amazing dream that I had, and that's what HB is asking about. The city's really loud this morning. Yes, Ken, do your pages. It's okay if you miss it. Just pick it up the next time. But yeah, definitely do them. Always do them, even if it's just one page. It makes a really big difference. And if you don't know what to write, script how you would like things to go as if they already are. Like you hear about in manifestation circles, you know? So like, yeah, write about, I don't have any clue what time it is where you're at. I know where you're at, but I don't know what time it is. And so maybe write about what tomorrow looks like for you, or what, yeah, I think it's nighttime. So, I don't know. I'm glad you're writing. Okay, so it's nighttime. So write about tomorrow as if it already is happening, the way you'd like it to go. That would be my suggestion. I do that a lot when I'm stuck. So it would be like, you know, I'm gonna wake up at this time, I feel so good, I've had a great day, I go for a run. Like, and even that's still not saying it right, because that's not as if it is. That's still future tense. I had a great run. I'm so grateful for my great run. Whatever, you get it. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, sweet. Okay, good to know. You're literally on the opposite side. It's just gonna help when like you don't find yourself wanting to write the pages, and it's because you're like, I can't, I don't want to. That's a good way just to get yourself started. At least it helped me. I don't know if it's a hidden power, but I do know that I'm very, very connected to my intuition. Um, kind of like you mentioned, a knowing. It's very, I don't want to say it's clear, any sort of clear cognizance at all, but definitely my intuition. I don't know. I mean, this whole venture of YouTube is new for me, right? This idea of researching and writing and then sharing my writing with the world. That is new to me, and I don't know that there's any sort of superpower in that, but I almost wonder if that could be the thing coming to light. I don't know, but hidden power. I'm not sure. The only thing I can think is maybe intuition. That's discernment. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what you have, right? So glad you're here. I know that this is like what you know about. Yeah. Okay. I've never even like, I mean, I understand what the word discernment means, but I've never thought of it as like a gift or a power. And now I totally want to look it up in reference to that and see how that might change what I understand about discernment. But by all means, please share with me whatever you want about your experience with it, or what it means to you, or whatever you want to share. I'm fascinated. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, of course. And I would never hold anybody's interpretation or thoughts around anything as fact. Like, I understand we're all just doing our best and giving our opinions. But that is so cool that you got a discernment when you heard of the dream, and then I answered that. That's curious. Dude, yeah, it is cold. I am cold. I'm so sick of being cold, but it's gonna warm up at some point. Okay, Ken. Smurfinator, with a name like that, I hope it's warm wherever you are. Okay, so we're both cold. horse is my spiritual gift. Like what I talk about in the tapes. I'm just becoming aware of it. So the question is what is the horse representative of though? Is it intuition? Is it because that is a recent thing for me of becoming aware, but it has been the last couple of years. It's not like right now recent. It's just recent life scale, if that makes sense. Or is it something that I'm not even aware of yet that is going to become aware? I don't know. Or maybe it's just the understanding, yeah, maybe it is the discernment. Mm, 2012 is an interesting year, isn't it? Mine was 2021. So so yeah, 4 years now. Sorry. Yeah, no, 2012 that was an interesting year. I had a good year in 2012, I think. But yeah, I didn't become aware until 21. Not 21 years old, 2021. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. Interesting. You think so? Precog. So that would mean, okay, so if the dream is a gift, then like what I would need is to learn to interpret what that is trying to say, which is exactly what you said you experience. Right? Didn't you say precog and dream interpretation and discernment a few days ago? I'm gonna have to change the title of these lives to like chatty writing sessions. It's a good thing that like I journal the way I do in the mornings, because that's why I can come back and forth. My dream has already come true. And that's what, becoming aware? That's the horse coming out, which the horse changed to a dog, to a large cat. So how does that play in though? Interesting. start dreaming more. What you say, what you think is true, definitely need to start dreaming more. Welcome back. Stay away from that. Hey, get away. Honestly, to be completely honest, I think it's cannabis use. I notice that if I have any cannabis in the evening before bed, I won't have dreams. And that kind of is what started it. So I know that that's part of it. It could also be less anxiety. I mean, I've also become much less anxious, much less controlling over the years, much more in tune with my tuition and my decision making in that regard, so that I'm not always stressed about what the decision's going to be because I'm not overthinking things. So it could definitely be less anxiety, but I also think I don't help myself. But I want to change that because why not? For one, it doesn't need to be a habit. But two, I would love to do whatever to allow the dreams to come more. Do you dream all the time, like every day or often? That's because I'm a witch. Yeah. That would be why you asked if I considered myself a witch the other day. That makes sense now. You were already thinking about all of this. It was a big black cat. It wasn't like a small one. It was like a panther or something. Like a puma. I don't know, it was huge. It was big. It was the size of my dog. Baby! She's one of my very, very best friends in the whole world. Hey, babe. Yeah, Ken, I saw about your kitty. It's awesome. I'm glad that you have them to stay with you. The cat is wanting to know more. Curious. I mean, I'm definitely curious. I definitely want to know more. That's so cool. Okay. Ken, your pages, I know that they're supposed to be in the morning, and I think it helps throughout your day, but if you're finding that you're doing them more at night, maybe it'll help with the insomnia too. I don't know. Maybe not, but maybe. Just to like get it all out. Hold on. Basically, sorry, Ken, what I was saying is if you're finding that you're not getting your morning pages in, and I know that you said a couple times, like you call them the midnight pages, or that like you didn't do them during the day, so you're doing them before bed. If you're ever on the fence about doing them, maybe it will help you sleep and help with the insomnia if you get your thoughts out before you go to bed. I have no idea though. I'm not a doctor and I don't have insomnia, thankfully. But my best friend does, and I just wonder if it would help. Yes, please, HB. I would love for you to share. Please, please, please. it'll help, but I hope it helps, you know? I mean, in with proper reasoning, it makes sense that it would, but who actually knows? I want to encourage you to always write, because I know it's tough, especially at the very beginning, but it has just been such a life-changing experience writing this much. I mean, it's why I started up my channel. It's why I decided to do all of this. 100% because of the morning pages, and it's because I did the writing every day, and it just, I know you've already seen what it can do. I've seen your post. It's amazing. What's up, Lassie? What do you need? Okay, hold on. I'll be right back, HB, but fill it in. I'll catch up. Just a second, guys. Dog needs something. Come on. Okay, my coffee's not ready. Because I promised. HB, is your book available? Like if I look it up? Or like is that something that's possible? And don't answer that right now. Finish what you're doing. You can answer later, but I'd love to know if your book's accessible. Okay. It made you laugh? The dream did? What was the cognition part of it? What did you interpret from that? And his laughter is like one of my favorite things. I love to laugh. I love stand up. I think I'm funnier than other people do. Hannah, I don't think she's still on, but my girlfriend that was on earlier, she is one of the funniest women I've ever met. You're fine. No. So Ken, the prompt I was saying when I'm struggling to write is I think a lot of people refer to it as scripting. That's what I've always called it. But I will essentially write about the next day or about something that maybe is on my mind, like if I have an event coming up or I have a project or something. But I'll write about it as if it's already happened and write about how grateful I am that everything went the way that it did. So writing like, I don't know, like I said, it's nighttime for you, so I don't know what you have going on tomorrow, but you know, I'm so grateful. I slept so well. The weather is perfect. I had no traffic on the way to whatever you're doing. Maybe you were working with music and you had, like, I had the biggest breakthrough. It was so cool. Like, I was recording, I got 8 new followers. Like, I don't know, whatever the things are, all of the things that could just make for an awesome day, I just write about it as if it's already happening and expressing gratitude for it. And oftentimes, like, you can start there and then eventually you can go into stream of consciousness. Like, you'll get through that and maybe then you'll be able to do the intention of the morning pages, which is just stream of consciousness. But if you're struggling to do that, then yeah, I try to script as if whatever it is I'm thinking about has already happened, and I'm just so grateful for the way that it happened, if that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. HB, that's awesome. And honestly, I probably would have started laughing then when the coin flip came, and because I'd realized the irony. I actually had to write it down the other day, but on Tuesday, on my birthday, for some reason, Rome and Italy came up multiple times throughout the day in like a very bizarre synchronicity of just constantly coming up. And I wrote it down because I know that things like that happen all the time to me. So I'm like, this is going to be relevant later. I don't know why it's relevant yet, but it's going to be, and I know it. Yeah, exactly, Ken, as if it's done. It's just like a manifestation technique. But I don't know, it's a really good kind of writing prompt to get you going. Actually, HB, now that it rolled in a crack. So did it stop upright then in the crack so that it was like not on either end? That's wild. And that's what I'm talking about. So things like that happen to me a lot, but it's not always a dream. It'll be like something will come up, like I said about Rome, and then a few days later something will happen that I'll be like, that's what all of that was a few days ago, if that makes sense. So just like you had the dream, except mine would be something else. Maybe it's also dreams, but that's interesting. Oh, that's awesome. Remind you to trust. Yeah. So I always, when I experience synchronicity all day, every day, particularly numbers, and a lot of different numbers too. And whenever it happens, I always think it's like the universe kind of like nodding at me and just reminding me like, hey, we're connected. Like there's a bigger picture here. And so whenever I see it, I always just like pause, and it sounds so silly, but I always pause and just like say hi to the universe and acknowledge it and be like, hey, I see you, thank you. And I use it as like positive reinforcement. So like you saying that the dream was to remind you to trust in those things. Like I feel like the synchronicities are to like remind me to trust in the universe and like the bigger picture and my intuition and all of those things. All right, T. Do you? That's cool. It does help. HB, is your book available to the public or no? Oh, how cool, HB. What a gift. I mean, I'm sure that is probably, I can't imagine how difficult that may be also. I mean, in a world where someone like Dr. Powell is saying that the world's not ready for you is lofty, right? And that there's a lot of weight to that and a lot of probably feelings of responsibility. But how cool. I'm so excited for you. I'm so grateful that you spend time chatting with me about this stuff. no idea. Yeah, I know I'm gonna, yeah. The wind just blew open the door. Yeah, I'm very much, the empath thing has been not a challenge. I mean, at times challenging, but it's definitely been a learning curve, like learning to understand that about myself. That's awesome. That means a lot. That's cool to hear. I can't wait to hear about you in the second season. So what you're saying is that also it sounds like Dr. Powell is going to do another book. Interesting. Ah, how cool. I'm so excited. I'm like such an insider with you telling me this. I mean, I really want to hear about all of your books, any of your books. I'm fascinated. I'd love to know more. Your second book, your first book, whatever. I think that's just amazing. What's your, I would like to know like what the difference is between your first and second book. Also, again, if your first book is not available, that's totally okay. But if it is, I would love to check it out. Okay. I'm going to write this down. Thank you for sharing. I would love to write a book someday. I actually don't know exactly what it would be about yet, but I really hope to write a book someday. Your first book. Oh, first books that you were reading, yes. 1 through 5. I've read all the Harry Potters. Multiple times. There is another way. Another on the way. Yeah, HB, are you saying there is another way or there is another on the way? Like another book on the way? loud this morning. You could tell me. It's kind of ominous, HB, to take the journey with you. What could you tell me? Oh. I see what you mean, as in writing together. Interesting. It's very interesting. And I'd love to get to know more. That I'm intrigued. I see what you mean now. We can definitely keep chatting about this. Something for me to think about for sure. It's very interesting. When you work with Dr. Powell, are you verbal and dictate? Is that what's easiest for you? Yeah, so like verbal dictation. Interesting. Let me think about it. We'll keep talking about it, but that's very interesting. I love that. HB, without prying into only your comfort level, I was just wondering if your difficulty in physical writing versus verbal, if you have any form of apraxia, or if it's just a motor planning thing. Your dream was to reveal the gift it has been true. Thank you. Yeah, that's exciting. you said that. That's right. And that would definitely make it hard to type physically. Thank you for reminding me. Sorry, that's so loud, and I just finished. But I hope that, I mean, do what makes you feel comfortable, always. Yeah, I have ADHD, yeah. That would make sense with everything you were saying about discernment. You really do have to go though. This was a long one this morning in like the best way. I'm so glad, but I do have to get to work. I hope to be back on tomorrow. Oh my god, that truck is so loud. I'll see you guys really soon. I'm sorry. Bye guys.